What's up, guys? It's Jake, the Ticket Leprechaun, back with my friend Drew, and we're going to talk about our little trip to a card show today.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, man. Yeah, we went to this show in Salisbury, North Carolina, and what did you think of the show, Drew?
I was surprised. It's the first show I've been to in a few years, but in the sort of hopefully tail end of this whole COVID thing, it was really good to see the attendance. It started at 9. We got there right at 9, and we walked in, and as we paid our ticket and got in there, they were counting, and I heard the guy say, "Wow, we're already at 100 people." So there's already 100 customers there at open, and it just got more crowded. It wasn't insanely crowded, but it was definitely more. It was encouraging, is what it was, to see people out. I always love going to shows. I love seeing young kids there, dads with daughters and sons, and I did see that. And so that kind of thing is really encouraging. It's a lot of fun. It's a little different for me this time, and I don't know if we want to talk about that again, but a little different being there, but it was a lot of fun, and just kind of hanging out, looking through your lists, and trying to see what could I pick up that might fit in a collection that I really don't have a direction in anymore. So, but it was a good time. Yeah,
that was good. And like you said, it's been a little while, even without the COVID thing. I mean, I hadn't been to a show in a little over a year, and it was cool to catch up with a lot of dealers that I know by name, I've talked to before, and I got caught up a few times, talking to them for a little bit, but it was fun. And the other thing that I'm happy about, and I know you are proud that you helped in the endeavor, but we can check off a 2020 goal in the fact that I went to a card show. That was one of my goals for 2020.
I'll take it. Glad to be part of that one too. So
yeah, man, so that was pretty cool. So what did tell everybody kind of some of the stuff we saw in the room? Was it a mix of modern, vintage? What did you see?
One of the things I noticed right off was it was strictly cards. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah.
A lot of shows you go to, they'll have toys or comics or that kind of thing, but it was strictly cards. Now there was a mix of sports, so I saw a fair amount of basketball, some football, some racing cards, and a good level of dealers. From sort of OBC type level, collector stuff to high grade things. Some surprising cards. For a smallish show, I saw more pre-war than I usually see. Usually you might see 1 or 2 cards.
We saw what, 2, 3 T206 Cobbs?
Yeah, we did.
And a plank.
Yeah.
I mean,
and we saw the GOUDey Ruth. We saw the GOUDey Ruth.
Yeah, saw a couple of those.
So yeah, it was good, and so that was a good mix. And then yeah, it was a good mix of modern and some vintage, and a good mix of different types of dealers. Different guys have different plans or way they set their tables.
Sure.
And I always enjoy seeing kind of how different people do things. So.
Yeah, and there were showcases and discount boxes and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
I felt like there was more basketball than I normally see.
Yeah.
I feel like there was more basketball, but it's really hot right now. We talked a little bit about that on the way down, how basketball prices especially have kind of gone crazy. But we were able to find a few things. So we are going to share some items that we were picking up. Let's kind of go back and forth. I'll start, okay?
Well, okay. I think I'll run out quicker, but...
That's why I'm going first.
All right, you go first. You show me what you got.
So the first thing is that, and Drew helped me with these, sorry, let me adjust the camera a little bit. Drew helped me with these. He helped me look for them. He said, "Hey, what can I help you with, man? What are you looking for?" And I'm getting close on 55 tops. So he helped me find these. I've got 3 55 tops. There's the Don Zimmer. Matches Drew's hat there. You guys see that? Looks good, huh? And that's the Zimmer rookie, right?
I believe so, yeah.
I believe so. That's the Zimmer rookie. So that's cool. Then we've got a couple commons. We've got Ray Boone.
3 generation.
That's right. And Elmer Valla, has that interesting 52 tops card with all the baseballs stuck to the bat. You remember that?
Oh,
one?
That's right. That is
Yeah. So those are 3 cards from my 55 set, getting a little bit closer.
All right.
Yeah.
So my turn. Which ones? Not much to pick from, but that's okay. I will show my personal thing first. So I didn't pick up any cards at the show for me, But one thing I love is display. I'm all about display. You've been to my room, you've seen it, and it's all about, if I can't see it, then I'd rather not own it. I want to put it up on a wall or in a case or something. So one thing that I've really enjoyed getting, because I love the look of them, they're really pretty inexpensive, and they're just a good piece. And being a player collector of certain players, I like vintage magazines with whomever on the front. So I picked up a 66 baseball magazine with Koufax and full stretch on the front.
That's a cool piece.
And
really
that
cool
definitely
picture.
go in. I like Koufax a lot, of course, the Dodgers. And he sort of bridged the gap between Brooklyn and LA. And that'll definitely go nice on the wall. And so, yeah, that's pretty much the only thing I got at the show for me. But, you know, it's still a good piece. I look forward to sticking it in the room. And
It'll be a cool display item for sure to go with your Koufax stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll show my next few cards. I'm gonna go kind of back in time, so that should build some excitement. We started with 55, and we're gonna go back in time. Next up is a 50 Bowman, and it is a Hall of Famer Robin Roberts. Hopefully you guys can see that there. If it'll focus and get some of the glare off. Excited about that. Clean back so I can read my backs. Drew knows I love reading my backs on my sets, so that was pretty cool. I'll show one more group before you show one of yours. The next year, this is a 1940 play ball, and it's Hall of Famer Floyd ARKY Vaughan. Pretty cool. There's the back. So a vintage Hall of Famer there. Another good ad. And what did you get that wasn't for you today, Drew?
wasn't for me. Well,
It wasn't
as
for
I
you.
came away, I'm taking the weekend away from the family, just enjoying some time with Jake. And back in the day, I was a big Griffey collector, and I've got 2 little girls, and as well as 2 older children. But anyway, my little girls were excited about me going to a show and excited that I didn't drag them along to it because they don't really care. But they do know that without a doubt, according to Daddy, Ken Griffey Jr. is the greatest baseball player of all time. I was surprised, by the way, that my 8-year-old Amelia actually used the term, "Oh, you mean he's the GOAT?" I'm like, I don't even know this stuff. But anyway, so I picked up a couple of just random Griffies, one for each of the girls. At the point they were watching this video, they already own them, so I'll just document. But just a couple of Griffies, and they don't have much of a collection, but they do like looking at it. Especially Madison likes reading them, and so there you go. So there they are. Girls, you are now famous on YouTube with your collections.
You made it.
So there you go.
You made it. They'll have 500 followers before I do.
They might actually.
They might. They probably have like TikTok accounts or something like that.
If they do, nobody just.
Uh-oh. Sorry, girls. Next up, I've got a trio of 39 play balls. They are just commons, but hey, anytime you can add cards from the 30s, that's a good day. These 3, I believe, Drew actually hit another goal, so check that one off, of adding 5 30s cards for the year. But wait, there's more. So I got those 30s commons. Next up, 33 Goudeys. I'm gonna let you show one of them off too, because I've got a couple more things.
Okay.
Show off the common first. It is Bernie James, just a common I need for my 33 Goudey. Clean backs. I'll let you show this one off, Drew.
All right.
Tell the people who we got.
So saw this in a case. It was, if you've ever been to a card show, and I'm sure you have, some guys have everything organized and laid out. Some guys had it kind of disarray. It was a disarray case.
Yeah, it
and
was.
I just happened to see the name, the top name in the corner, and I was like, hey, what is that one? Because I knew he was looking for this stuff. Pulled it out and was able to work a deal on a multiple thing, which I guess we'll talk about. But he was able to get 33 Goudey, Hall of Famer, Earl Averill, in really nice shape. Good clear image on it, nice clean back. And sorry, I'll get it in there. So there you go. Got a nice Averill to add to your 30s, your Goudey, and your Hall of Fame collection.
Yeah.
So
And that's considered his rookie card.
Yeah, sure.
Just can't beat that. The other and final 33 Goudey that we've got another Hall of Famer, another rookie card, and that's Urban red Faber. Pretty cool. Clean backs on that one as well. And before I get to my last item, I'll say kind of what I got here on the deal. So I got the, let's see, it was these three together. Nope.
No,
These two and the 40 play ball. Yeah.
that was it.
So I got the red Faber, the Earl Averill, and the ARKY VAUGHAN for $80 combined. Very happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got the Bernie James 33 Goudey, the 3 39 play balls, and the Robin Roberts. All those for $25. And then I got the 3, to my surprise, I guessed over on these 3 55 tops for $7. So not too shabby.
Not
I thought I
bad.
did pretty well.
No, especially for some pre-war Hall of Famers in there too. Rookie cards with that, so very good.
Cool. What is your
My
last
final
item?
one?
Hopefully you won't wreck this video with this card.
I can't imagine it was possible. I can't imagine it's even possible. Literally a 3-hour drive to get here to pick this up because I wouldn't even risk it in the mail. But I was finally able to track down and locate this amazing
The iceberg.
There it is for my PC. Now, I'm going to be honest. I do not collect modern anymore. I'm not. I'm vintage, if anything. And when Jake posted this whole thing a few months ago, I guess,
Yeah.
I instantly texted him and said, I don't know what those are, but 2 things I know. First, they're hideous, and second, I want one. And he said, why would you want this card? And I said, because there's a story. And if you ever get to know me or whatever, you know there's always a story. This will proudly go into a case that I have of what I call story cards, and I will try to see if I can get it into next to my vintage sumo wrestling card. It's the only sumo wrestling card I have. It's probably one more than you have.
It is one more than I have.
And every time someone comes to the room, what's with that card? Now they have 2 to look at and say, I'm not sure which is uglier, but what's the story? And now you'll be able to know it. So yeah, I was able to get this from Jake. He was more than happy to relinquish the last of his mini collection, we'll call it. And now I'm the proud owner. And you know it's a good card when it's in a nice big fat magnetic case like that. So I'm looking to slowly retire on that bad boy.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Now you just need to put it in one of those giant screw
I
downs from
probably
back
have a
in the
few.
day.
There's the big lucite. I may
Yeah.
have 1 or 2 actually.
You may have to. Yeah.
The brick.
I need to get this guy and Bob Lewis in a room to tell stories about story cards. That'd be great. But I've got one more thing here that I want to share before we jump off this video, and it's really cool. It really means a lot to me. If you're new to my channel, Brooks Robinson has a special place in my collection. As you know, Drew, we've talked about it a lot. You've heard this before. You're going to hear it again if you already follow my channel. But my dad's dad was a baseball fan. He died when I was 7 years old. But come to find out later, his 2 favorite players were Brooks Robinson and Harmon Killebrew. So both those guys hold a special place in my collection. And one of my goals this year was to meet Brooks Robinson. And coronavirus happened, and that is likely impossible for 2020. Here's to hoping for 2021. But, you know, Drew wanted to come up, hang out, spend the weekend together, go to the show, and he wanted to check off, you know, going to the card show. That was one of my goals.
Sure.
And we were up here in the baseball card room hanging out and talking and whatever, and about to shoot these videos, and he said, hey man, I've got something else for you. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Well, it's a big deal to me. It means a lot to me. I told you that already off camera. But he said, hey, you know, you're probably not going to get to meet Brooks this year, and you never know what the future holds, and if you may or may not get to meet him. But he said, I want you to have this. And he got me this awesome 8x10 autographed Brooks Robinson picture. And I think that's super cool. And, you know, if I'm not fortunate enough to meet Brooks, I will always remember that this is my replacement for 2020. But even more so, I'll always remember that Drew got it for me, and the thought that went into that, and why he decided to do that. And now I've got a story picture, right, Drew?
Excellent. If there's a story, it's worth everything. So good.
That's right, man. So that was our review of the show in Salisbury.
Mm-hmm.
We had a great time, checked out some cards, hung out together, had a lot of good conversation on the way down and back.
Yep.
And I look forward to doing it again.
I'm looking forward to it too. Sounds like a plan. We got to do it.
Awesome, man. Well, until next time, guys, that I have Drew on, God bless. Keep collecting.